get to it. So look, we're gonna start off first with Ethereum and time and date was important. So now let's start off with Ethereum on the monthly. Look, so S&P created new all-time high. We don't have no data coming up tomorrow. The market most likely gonna open and push a little bit higher. We're probably gonna maybe dip a little bit throughout the night. And S&P, well, anyways, I'm gonna focus first on Ethereum and then go on to S&P. So based on how the S&P 500 reacts with this data, we're either gonna, if we get pulled back on Friday with all the other data that's gonna be hitting the market hard, plus the Putin news or meeting that's gonna happen over the weekend, we either gonna get pulled down just a little bit and go below this monthly resistance that we broke yesterday, or get stuck in between these two. And depending how we open on Monday, alright, so looking on Monday, if the S&P drops a little bit, then we're gonna struggle a bit more. But once we shrug that off. If we get bad news this week, next week is gonna be the third week of the month, and as we get closer, also that whole rate cut getting closer is gonna get the market happy. But we're still too far away. We still gotta have a lot of data. So either this week we're gonna pull a little bit, or if we have more data on Wednesday, no, on Thursday, no, on, gosh, let me check. I check later. I should check earlier. So anyways, what I'm trying to say, we could probably reach all-time high with Ethereum this week if everything proceeds to be good with the market, and as the market gets put, because you see how Nasdaq created a new all-time high. So either we're gonna get some sort of pullback on down, or the Nasdaq is gonna hold, and if it holds, with the good news that we had this week, is gonna push it on high, and you're gonna easily see Ethereum push on high, breaking through this week. If everything goes good, even it could be what is today? Be waiting tomorrow. By Thursday, we could see Ethereum create a new all-time high, or easily, if everything goes good, if Trump is supposed to talk with Putin over the weekend, the market by Sunday, because he normally tweets by Sunday some good news like had a good conversation with so and so. If he does that, the market's gonna open happy, and you're gonna see crypto over the weekend fucking start trying to break through that. Cause I've been saying about this, how Ethereum, S&P 500, Bitcoin are all screaming that they're gonna fucking fly. Especially Ethereum. The fact that Ethereum went down when the tariffs happened. Look, when the tariffs happened. The tariffs happened over here. No, stupid ass, dumbass. They happened over here. By the end of the year. I mean, but the beginning of the year. And with this drop, it went all the way down to 1,400, which I was so focused on other stuff, S&P and doing options, that I missed Ethereum. Because if you think about who's buying, you got Tom Lee, financial investor, for that was working for J.P. Morgan, advising as telling them to buy Bitcoin back in 2018. He recently got with this company right here, and I think he put 200 million or billion, about 200 million or billion worth of Ethereum made a treasury, because he wants to follow the same thing that that MicroStrategy stock, whatever bullshit is doing, because they're dealing with Bitcoin. So the fact that he was doing that, And the fact that he did mention this when Bitcoin Ethereum was at its lowest, and now you see how, and then you see how these other top investors like ARK, what's her name? ARK hedge funds or fucking whatever, whatnot. Anyway, just if you put all the pieces together, you have Trump doing all these crypto regulations, and you're seeing Ethereum now flying, hitting its all-time high. You see the S&P 500 at its all-time high. We're getting to that rate cut bullshit, which I don't know how it's gonna work out, but from here to that, there's gonna be a lot of data that can pull us back down too. So, and Ethereum has been pushing up like crazy. So I wouldn't be surprised if this week or next week or in between somewhere we get some sort of pullback as a fake out, and then it's gonna bounce off and you're gonna see the real Ethereum. This is gonna be like a tease. It might probably create a new all-time high, like I said, this week or next week. And again, we have a lot of more weeks. We have another full month, almost full month, till that interest rate bullshit. So we could also have a little pullback, and they're gonna scare you because Ethereum went down to so and so. Was that it for the peak? Was that it for the S&P 500? Was that it for Bitcoin? And bam, it's gonna be the fucking real one. So these are just teasers right here. Ethereum is just teasing you guys right now. Again, it's 9:59 Arizona time, and now I was talking about the 3 monthly candle strategy box daily. Tuesday. There's one Tuesday. There's one right here. Oh yeah, Ethereum was different, but it was still a box. It was perfectly. I mentioned that I went over this on my last video, so I'm gonna go over it right now. Now let's focus on this right here. I'm gonna put my bullshit up, but I'm gonna go to the 4 candle now. 4 candle. So look, this is the all-time high right here. This is the monthly. I mean, my bad. This is the last monthly, the one we're trying to break through right now that we're testing. This is a 4 candle. See, 4 candle Ethereum. We're testing it right now. And it's a thick resistance too because it's a monthly and it's the last one too, and we've been flying. Here's the last box that we shot up from, and it's a daily. There you go. That's the box that I was talking about. 4 candle. So tomorrow we don't have no data with the market, the S&P 500. So I don't really see it flying, but since we had the good news, yeah, we at around 7:45 to 8:30, S&P should go down a little bit maybe. But I'll just talk about it later when I get to it. But it depending on that, it depends on the S&P 500 because the S&P 500, Bitcoin, Ethereum are all synchronized. They all work together. So it all depends on the S&P 500. Pretty much, I wouldn't be surprised if it came back down, test this region between 4,468. This indicator right here is telling me that's where the cushion is gonna be at if we come down. Which again, I wouldn't be surprised. But you gotta pay attention from Friday on to Sunday. That's gonna be the real good shit if you want a good trade. The good trade already passed down here, but the next one is gonna be on Thursday night. Friday night it's gonna set up. Watch, it's gonna be juicy. After that, all that bullshit gets out of the market. Now let's go to Bitcoin. Take my bullshit off. Let's go to the daily. So there's a 3 candle box that I mentioned. Here was the other one that I mentioned on my other videos that was gonna break out because of how everything was playing out, the market, the time and date. Time is very important with crypto because look, in crypto, you don't have, unlike the regular market, you have key data that comes out at a specific time. That data triggers the market at that time. Crypto, Bitcoin has so many good news, so many investors, so many corporations, so many hedge funds, so many banks, you name it, that they've been buying like crazy. and not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, you name it. And you don't, they should be flying like crazy already, especially Bitcoin. There's only what, like 5% of Bitcoin left. So Bitcoin should have been fucking up in the 500, 700,000 fucking per coin. So this all being compressed, manipulated, because I said in the beginning of the year, yo, this is going to happen where they're going to compress, uh, consolidate the market. They're going to consolidate the market. That way it synchronizes with, because it's synchronized with S&P. They're not going to let Bitcoin fly off like it needs to. So that's what they're doing. Anyways, notice how now Bitcoin, this is the 1 hour candle. Let me take this shit off. No, not that one. So we're testing out this resistance that we broke, but let me see where we're at right here. Down there. Power candle, put my indicator back on. Down here. Word. So we have a thick support right here. If Bitcoin should just be following, if it falls down to these prices right here. Down to these prices right here. If not, it's just gonna keep on getting bought and just holding this area. Even my indicator is telling you, hey, this is your entry, go for a sell. But again, it's not gonna go down like crazy because the market, S&P 500, is happy. And since we've been pushing on up, it's normal for the market throughout the nighttime or whatnot to retrace down now a little bit. But all I was gonna do is, as we get closer to Thursday night, because Friday we got the good juicy shit. That's when you're either gonna see the real move. You're gonna see the Bitcoin shoot back up to these prices, 100, these fucking prices right here, or it's gonna finally push it down and keep it somewhere down here. But it all depends on the S&P 500 on Friday, their data. And then now let's go to the S&P 500. S&P 500, 1 hour candle, time and date. So here we have the monthly candle, still new all-time high. Weekly, just smashed through, but we haven't really flown like we have to. This is just a little tease for me. This is just a little tease. Now what's gonna happen here, since we created a new all-time high, is gonna create another 3 candle, because the first candle right here, let me take my indicator off. Is gonna create, this is gonna give you your resistance. Because you got nothing around, you got nothing in the past giving you resistance support. So this is all new territory right here. This is all new territory. It's like empty space. So it's giving you, okay, we got a resistance right here in the daily. So now the second one is gonna show you where your support is at. Where your support is at. Your second one is gonna tell you where your support. Oh damn. Alright, sorry for that. Yeah, so the first one's gonna give you your resistance already, right? So you mark it off. Alright, mark it off. The second one's gonna give you your support, but you have to wait that till tomorrow. The market closes at 2 p.m. So after 2 p.m., then I'll be able to see, all right, cool. I have my resistance. I have my support with my second candle. Now I can box it up and wait for, so tomorrow's gonna be Wednesday. Damn, gonna be dope. So Wednesday, we're gonna close with this candle. Thursday, it's gonna be interesting because either it's gonna close on the same area, break up a little bit on Thursday, or below it on the third one. And then, oh, yo, it's gonna be I can kind of see how it's gonna fucking play out, or how these candles are gonna. Anyways, so see right here in the 8-hour candle, we already have a 3-candle box. So what I do is, this is no, okay, not joking. What the fuck? Like, oh my bad. So what I do is, and that'll be blue for 8-hour candle. That's where the support is at. That's where the resistance at. Box it up. The outside layer is blue. That way I know it's a 8-hour candle area. 4-hour candle. So now, since it is an 8-hour candle, it's gonna close at 6. 7, 10. And then this. My dumbass can't fucking. Probably 5 or 6 in the morning. Probably 6 in the morning. And we don't have no data tomorrow. So, what this Mojo's probably gonna do is, we're gonna stay. Watch, this is the next box section right here. Change the color to green. Send it back. Send this one back. Oh no, this one sent back first. My bad. Sorry for all this mess, you guys. My bad. Alright. So we're most likely gonna come down here and bullshit in this area, or just down here. And as the market come back down, we're gonna go up, but there's no really data moving it except for the emotions of, yay, no, if good news, inflation, yeah, up markets open happy after good earnings or good inflation bullshit, blah 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 type of shit. Yeah, see, there's your cushion, and there's your yeah. So those are the 2 cushions that I see happening, either holding this support, going up and bullshit here, and then in the morning type of shit, or going down, touching this, and then going up. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow in the morning we came down here and tested shit, and as we go to Thursday, it's gonna go up again, and pretty much be in this area right here. I don't see the market going down, except for a tweet or some shit like that. Also, here's the other 4 candle that S&P was creating right here. It created in daily. That's why you see that big blue box right here. When you go to your 4 candle, you see it right here. So this was another one where I said, hey, pay attention to this, because right here, this one's gonna blow. This one's gonna fly. And then here, there's another one forming right here. And again, we have a current one. And this one right here. I didn't change that color. Anyways, that's all, you guys. I'm not trying to fucking bore you, but that's all what I see for the market, pretty much. We don't have no data, so I can't really say at what time if the market's gonna. But based on the inflation that we got and all that bullshit, that data, I see the market opening happy, but then having a little retrace on down, and most likely just holding somewhere in this region. All right, I'm out.